Alright, so this evening's screencast, I will be showing you a cool little tool that I've recently learned, and it's actually been working out pretty well in the classroom. So I figured I would share it with you guys and maybe it would help you. It's called Videonot or Video Notes, and it's linked through Google Docs. So let me show you how to do it. So first what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull it up. I'm just going to go into my account, and we're going to find videonot.es, and you can see it's right here. It's called videonot.es, and I'm actually going to sign in through my Google Drive. This is part of Google. You can see here that it works with Khan, it works with YouTube videos. So let's sign in through my NBUSD, and what you're given is a screen that looks like this. Now I like it because of its simplicity, and so what I'm going to do here is first our topic right now in class is carrying capacity, so I'm going to find a video real quick that relates to carrying capacity, and this is what I would have the students do. Find a video that actually looks preview them, look around, find a video that looks pretty good. Let's do carrying capacity. And this one looks watched. This looks good. So I'm just going to grab the URL real quick, and we're going to embed this into this video.
Here's a principle of biology. An ecosystem can only support
Alright, so let's get rid of this. We don't need it anymore.
anymore.
And what I'm going to do here is this video top right here, we're going to embed the code, so we'll just embed it there. We're going to load up the video. Give it a second. And there's my video. Okay, now normally I find a couple of problems. The reason I like this program here is in the past when I've given videos, I'll give it as homework and the students will come in the next day and I'll say, all right, so let's talk about what we learned. And what I get is a bunch of gobbledygook. At best, they'll tell me a couple of things that they learned, and they really didn't get the meat and potatoes out of the video that I wanted to get. And so it's almost like a waste of time, and then I have to go back and revisit it, which is, we don't have time to do that. That was the point of the video. So what I'm going to do here is use this as, or what I've started doing is using this as a note-taking device for the students. So how this works is, now that the video is embedded, they can actually play it. So they would go over here and play it just like any other YouTube video.
Here's a principle of biology. An ecosystem can only support a limited number of species.
And again, you can fast forward it, stop it, pause it, just like any other video. And the best way to demonstrate this is I'm just going to try this for a couple minutes, so bear with me. And then I'll come back and revisit what some of the advantages are for this and really what it's done. Okay, so let's try this. Give me a couple minutes and just kind of watch and see what happens here.
Before problems begin happening. So how do scientists determine that number and what things can affect it? Fish and wildlife biologists manage natural resources for the overall health of certain species and the ecosystem where they live. But sometimes a healthy ecosystem gets damaged when too many of a certain species eat all the food. When too many of a certain species eat all the food. Just imagine a swarm of locusts eating all the vegetation in sight. Once the ecosystem gets that damaged, it can impact the health of everything that lives there. So what's the right balance? Biologists call the right balance the biological carrying capacity. It's the capacity of an ecosystem to carry or support a healthy number of a certain species. For instance, if a forest type supports 2 healthy bears per square mile, what happens if 4 bears try to live there? They may eat all the available food and not find enough to remain healthy.
So this could go on for a while. It's 4 minutes. I'm obviously not going to share the whole thing, but what have I done here, and what's the advantage? Well, you'll see over here again. This is the embedded video, so I can do just like any other video. I can watch it, pause it, go back and revisit it. But here's the real advantage of this. Later, we could go ahead and title this, and we'll share it in a second. But the key advantage that I find with the students is this right here. And this right here is showing you timestamps. So as I was going through and I want to make a note, I now know that this concept right here, healthy ecosystems get damaged. Let's go ahead and ecosystem. I now know that this concept, healthy ecosystems get damaged when species eats all the food. Well, right now that makes perfect sense to me. But what happens a week from now when I go and I'm trying to study and revisit all this stuff for the test or the exam or project or whatever? And I look at that and I'm like, why? What did that mean? I don't remember what I was talking about. So it's timestamp. So I know that I can go back to this video and I can go to 32 seconds and I can find 32 seconds, replay it, and revisit that exact concept.
But sometimes a healthy ecosystem gets damaged when too many of a certain species.
And now I say, oh, that makes sense. Now I get it. And so as I'm going back and reviewing these things, I can say, okay, that makes sense. This doesn't. Let me go back and review it. And that's really the advantage, these timestamps. The other advantage is that this now lives in the cloud. Another problem I see with students and taking notes is that they always lose them, can't find them, never revisit them, and they don't share them. And so as part of a Google, I can now go, and I've been having problems with Google Drive this day, so this may not allow me to share it today. I don't know what's going on. It's very slow. But anyways, normally you would just be able to share this, and it gives you the usual Google things where it says link it, share it. And this, of course, lives in my own personal Google Drive, forever saved, so I have it. So anyways, to make a long story short, that's it. Any questions, we'll answer in class. Thanks for your time.